Tonight, the Stig drives some very fast farm equipment, I hail a taxi, and finishing with something that I'm reliably informed is a bit of a fan favourite around here. I'm Chris Harris, and this is the Top Gear Horizon Special. Ah yes, the Stig, our very own UFO, unidentified fast object, the world's least obedient racing driver. What? That's basically a river, and the Elise definitely doesn't have a snorkel, or a life jacket. Well, they did say to use the fastest route possible, and if there's one thing faster than a racing line, it's a straight line. You've got to hand it to the Stig. Made it! Was there ever any doubt? The Series 1 Elise is, after all, one of the best handling cars ever made. The Sport 190 is its hardcore cousin, a road-going racer you can drive to work, and across fields, it turns out. But if it's true agricultural transport you're after, we have just the thing. Ooh, a BMW 1M. Great car. Hang on, that's my BMW 1M. Seriously, not funny. Who gave Stig the keys? I was really getting into that. Just park it up now, Stig, and mind the curbs. Now, anyone else want to go? No? Don't say I didn't ask. There's a speed camera on the M68. Rumour has it, it only flashes above 87.2 miles an hour. Our tractor has been officially clocked at 87.2 miles an hour, making it the world's fastest tractor. But I reckon it'll go even faster. Steady on, Stig. Those are 54-inch mud tyres, remember? They get a bit squishy through the corners. Nobody needs to get the harvest in that quickly. Right, here comes the speed camera. Hope they put some film in it. Whoa! Have you ever seen anything like it? That's a new tractor speed record and some impressively fast farming. If you want to spread slurry in a hurry, you know what you need. Now, though, it's time to hail a ride in something completely different. I called a cab earlier. Local company, Aisha's Taxis. Excellent service. Got me here in no time. Unsurprising, really. I mean, look at what turned up. Hands down the quickest cab I've ever been in. Which got me thinking, how fast could this thing actually go? So I had a word with Aisha, asked if we could borrow her cab for a trip to the seaside. To Bamborough Beach, in fact, where we could stretch the taxi's legs a bit. Although, I might have forgotten to tell her who'd be driving. You've guessed it. The cabbie who'll always get you to your destination very early, but probably won't be anywhere near where you asked to go. The acceleration is brutal. Hope that meter charges by the minute. This could be a cheap ride. Good work from the Stig there. I'd say we're nicely warmed up for the next bit. Oh, look at that! Laying some pretty squirmy tracks there, Stiggy. That's what happens with 750 horsepower on sand. But that's the challenge here. Go as fast as possible all the way to the top of the beach. The thing is, there's something I haven't told the Stig. Speed record rules say you must do 2 runs, 1 in each direction, before the clock runs out. Which means, Stiggy, pulling off the world's swiftest U-turn, which of course is when the handbrake comes in handy. A 5-star ride from the Stig there. Minicab, maximum speed. Next time I need a ride to the airport, I know who I'm calling. And all of this off-road action has given me an idea. This is Project EAT. That's EAT for E-Class All-Terrain. It's a modified Merc built by the Top Gear magazine team for finding bears in the woods. Not many bears around here, though. Mostly badgers. Still, there's definitely some terrain. Lots of it. All you need is a good sense of direction. Or not. Here's Stig again, looking lost. Terrified of maps, apparently. Inner compass points directly south. The EAT has a silky smooth V6 diesel. It'll do 155 miles an hour on the road, but where we're going, we won't need roads. First up, it's a trip to the top of Glen Rannoch, by any means necessary, and against the clock, naturally. But don't worry, it has knobbly tyres, and a roof rack for carrying extra knobbly tyres.
In 400 yards, turn left. Turn left.
And a pickaxe in the back. Who says you need an SUV to go off-road? The EAT has 4-wheel drive and air suspension to smooth out lumps and bumps and everyday obstacles. Ancient burial mounds, for example.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. Recalculating route. In 400 yards, turn right.
That's some proper hang time. Actual air suspension.
yards, turn right.
It also has 340 horsepower, more torque than a cruise ship, and gets to 60 miles an hour in just over 5 seconds. That's a four-wheel drifting, I reckon. Now it's time to head way over there, to the very top of Arthur's Seat. But first, what goes up must come down.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 200 yards, turn right. In 400 yards, turn left.
It's full of home comforts, the EAT. Charges for almost anything you can charge. Cozy ambient lighting, even a portable espresso machine. Everything the intrepid explorer could ever need.
At the roundabout, take the first exit. In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right.
All right, all this adventure kit's had a tiny effect on the fuel efficiency. Good job the roof rack holds 2 cans of diesel, and there's another one in the back. Just don't confuse them with your drinking water.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
On to the final stretch now. Just the small matter of getting up Arthur's Seat. The clock's ticking, so better step on it, Stiggy.
In 200 yards, turn left. 100 yards, turn left.
And there we go. The top of Arthur's Seat. No idea who Arthur is, by the way, or why his seat's so big. Nice view, though. Shame there's no time to stick around. Now, I said we'd be driving some British classics, and you don't get more British than a car built in Birmingham designed by a man from Greece. Anyway, here it is, an original Mini Cooper S, an icon of 60s engineering. It was designed for cities, but this is the wide-body one, so we're going to need a bit more room. And I know just the place. Ready, Stick? The Mini is cleverly packaged, capable of carrying 4 people and their luggage. Hand luggage, presumably. And here we are. Told you it was spacious. We've got everything we need here. An airfield, the original rapid runabout, and the Stig. I'm looking forward to this. Look at that, laying down some rubber there. Not that it has much to lay. After all, tiny wheels mean tiny tyres. work. It might be mini on the outside, but it's maxi on the inside. Want to guess the world record for the most people crammed inside one? I'll tell you, it's 27. Gymnasts. No idea if they all came out in one piece. See, the Mini wasn't just designed for nipping around town. It was also a proper racer and won the British Saloon Car Championship a whopping 5 times. Now that's just showing off. What is it with minis and shipping containers? They sold nearly 5.5 million minis, but only this one could fly, apparently. All right, someone tell the Stig we're done now. It's time for a spot of sightseeing. Here we are then, Edinburgh, where it's time for a spot of turbocharged tourism with this, the mighty Porsche GT2 RS. All we need now is our tour guide. Stig, the world's worst Scotsman, allergic to tartan, absolutely petrified of bagpipes, or so I've heard. Right, let's see if we can visit every bell tower in Edinburgh and get back here before they all stop ringing.
In 400 yards, turn left. Turn left.
What a car this is. 3.8-litre flat-six, 2-turbo, 700 horsepower, all wrapped up in carbon fibre with wings, stripes, holes and vents for snorting in the air.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
Nippy little thing, isn't it? 0 to 60 takes 2.7 seconds. Just the job for a bit of speedy sightseeing.
In 400 yards, turn right.
It might be street legal, but it's only a pair of fireproof underpants away from being a full-blown racing car.
In 200 yards, turn right. Turn right. Turn right. At the roundabout, take the second exit.
It's a real masterpiece of engineering, this Jeep.
Turn right. In 200 yards, turn left. Turn left. In 200 yards, turn sharp right. Turn sharp right.
limited to 211 miles an hour. Any faster and it would need special tyres. But with the stick behind the wheel, who knows? Ooh, inch perfect there. It's wider than a regular 911, this GT.
In 200 yards, turn right. At the roundabout, take the first exit.
Into the final stretch now. Note to Stig, remember to park properly at the end. And watch out for traffic wardens. Good work. Hard on those carbon ceramic brakes now. They could stop a locomotive dead in its tracks. I told you we'd finish with a fan's favourite, and here it is. No, not the lorry. The thing on the back, under the tarp. You'll love it. But first we need to move it into position. Thankfully, we have our very own haulage expert, a trucker's trucker. No load too large. Yes, it's Big Rig Stig. Right, now take it easy, Stig. That's some expensive cargo you have back there. Costs as much as a house. And weighs about the same, too. Good job, Big Rig Stig. Suits you, you know. Although, come to think of it, maybe pickups are more your style. Especially the one we have in store. I give you the Mercedes G63 AMG 6x6. It's the ultimate off-roader, a 4-ton, 6-wheel sports utility truck. Basically, a G-Wagon with the back half of a pickup thrown in for free. Up front is a 5.5-litre twin-turbo V8. Usually it's limited to 100 miles an hour, but not this one.
Turn right.
Oh, someone call air traffic control. I'm pretty sure you need a special license to fly one of these. With all of the wheels comes all of the grip. The 6x6...
In 200 yards, turn left. Turn left. In 100 yards, turn right. In 200 yards, turn right. Turn right.
It makes 536 horsepower and more than 760 newton-meters of torque. With that speed limiter removed and with the stick behind the wheel, it'll do 125 miles an hour, with a bit of a run-up. It's tough, the 6x6. After all, it was originally made for the Australian Army. It's basically a tank with heated seats.
In 200 yards, turn left.
It can wade through a metre of water, this thing. Most cars need full scuba kit at that depth. Ridiculous.
In In 200 yards, turn left.
Top job there, Stig. Take tomorrow off. No idea what Stig does with a day off. Experimental dance, goat yoga, bog snorkeling. Anyway, I've been Chris Harris, I still am, and this has been the Top Gear Horizon special. Thanks for coming. Now, let's go see what this Forza-thon live thing's all about.